Hello and welcome back to Core Finance for the second of 3 videos today with Campbell, who is a financial analyst at Spreadex, and we were looking at the pound versus the dollar in our previous video. We're now going to have a look at the FTSE, and there's a correlation, I think, which you'll explain to our viewers.
I think the FTSE is completely reliant on the pound at the moment, specifically cable, really. I think the FTSE on Monday was hitting 3-week highs. That directly tallied to the pound's 2.5-week, 3-week lows against the dollar. It hasn't really got anything else going for it at the moment, basically. If the pound's not doing anything, the FTSE tends to not be doing anything. And without a serious softening up of sterling, I'm not quite sure how it's going to maintain these sort of plus 7,400 levels. Again, the UK Services PMI on Wednesday, that's the main piece of UK data for the FTSE and, through the pound to grapple with. There is Tesco reporting on Wednesday. If there's good news from Tesco and that lifts the rest of the supermarket sector, then that could give the FTSE a bit of independence, really, away from the pound. But even then, the supermarket's performance is so tied to how sterling's been doing, really, that it all comes back to the pound. It's hard to see in the next couple of months what the FTSE does without sort of the pound's say so, really. Especially if you're looking at a potential rate hike in the next few months from the Bank of England, and obviously or from the Fed. That's going to dictate how sterling moves. It's hard to see which way, like what the FTSE does without the pound doing it first. From that perspective, our clients have been selling since it crossed that 7,400 mark, purely because it's so reliant on what the pound's doing that it's hard to really see it maintaining it. The slightest move positive from the pound is going to drag it back under that level. Plus, it hasn't really been able to creep beyond 7,400, 7,450 in the last couple of months, so there's plenty of resistance at that top there.
Yeah, we've seen it really pretty much trading the ranges. It feels like the ugly younger sister or brother compared to the Dow and the DAX and the S&P.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it really is out of favour. So are you finding clients are probably focusing more on, say, the DAX and more on the S&P and the Dow and the NASDAQ for sure?
The DAX is always a favourite of clients, purely just because the swings it sees are massive. And obviously it's been on quite the run in the last couple. Almost... it's weird. It's been doing incredibly well, but without having too much focus on it. The focus tends to be on what the pound's doing in relation to the FTSE, etc. Or in the US, their constant string of record highs. And the DAX has been steadily climbing. I think it's eyeing 13,000 now, without too much fanfare really. But the Eurozone's doing very well. Obviously, the euro was softened up a bit in September. That's obviously helped quite a lot. So our clients they're always a fan of the DAX, really. The Dow as well, but I would say out of the two, the DAX is probably the preferred index for clients looking to sort of move away from the FTSE and its weird, bounce in stagnation.
Understood. Well, thanks very much for that. And coming up in our final video, 3 stocks to watch this week. Connor, thank you for coming on today.